Brad, home exercise program at present, using maybe the hypervolt or some sort of muscle release we did a little bit even just kind of for the back of the shoulders or the posterior capsule of the shoulders. We definitely went more of the posterior aspect of the hip joint on each side. And we even did a little bit in that kind of lower thoracic or rib cage area, maybe above, just right above the lumbar curve. And then as far as exercises, we did quite a few on your stomach. So we started with one, hands stacked under the forehead, really trying to get your sternum, your collarbones as flat to the mat as you can. And then simply trying to, or I shouldn't say simply, but just trying to lift the head and the neck. Try to keep the neck, the back of the neck long, the front of the throat open. So I would say maybe about 6 of those. And then we added an element of external rotation in the shoulder. So with this one, you actually kind of start from just the head and the neck lifted. So it's like you're looking down at a mirror on the mat, but the head is just kind of lifted just a little bit. You're going to start by trying to lift your hands and your forearms off the mat. Next phase is trying to just lift the elbows off, but you still want to have a sense that the hands and forearms are higher than the elbows. Then you would add maybe a little bit of upper back extension. So I've lifted just a little bit through my trunk, but my lower ribs are still standing on the mat. Last phase of that, Brad, would be reaching the arms up as if you're kind of doing like a Superman, and then bring the arms back down. Now you lower it down in reverse. So you lower the trunk down a little bit until the head is just hovering right over the mat. You lower the elbows down, and then you lower the hands and the forearms down. That one you don't need a ton of, maybe about 3 repetitions. Last exercise was from hands and knees. We tried to get our spine in a pretty good long position. We took our feet out, so our knees stayed where they were under the hips, and then we take our feet out to the sides for internal rotation of the hip. And then we rocked back as far as we could go while still maintaining kind of the line of the spine. So we don't want to round the spine. So we rocked back. You could do that a couple times just to find the mobility. And then we ended up sitting back and kind of shifting the weight side to side. So the pelvis and a little bit of the body too, kind of going side to side. So I say that, more of the pelvis. So it's kind of like you're wagging your tail just a little bit. And that really, you're going to feel the rocks first. You can, as you're going back and forth, you can go maybe 3 to 5 times, and then back and forth, side to side, maybe about 3 or 4 times on each side. Hope this helps.